What's up, everybody, and welcome to Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnnie Mobley Jr.
Hey guys, I'm his wife, Deirdra.
And we something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose. Greetings, salutations, accolades, and many blessings. How are you all? Me, I'm good. Mo, you all right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Mo, I love you.
I know. I love you too, baby.
Happy day, baby.
All right.
This is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it.
Mm-hmm. So we gonna come with y'all to y'all right now. We gonna get in and then get out.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, get in, get out. Like a heavyweight bout. Get in, and I'm gonna get out.
Well, sometimes you got to take a minute while you're in.
Well, it's according on where you at in your season. You go get in, you come on out.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Heavyweight bout. You know what that is?
You're looking real nice in your peach
salmon
shirt and your khaki pants.
You know, I try to look like I look. You know.
How you look?
How I look.
Delicious.
And you look like a pink Skittle.
Look, a pink Skittle with a black top on it, a black coat on the top. Y'all, I'm so indecisive about my hair. I need y'all to help me. Should I cut it all off? Should I let it grow and start by getting it curled? What should I do? I don't know.
You asking the wrong people. I mean, we won't like y'all. We value y'all opinion.
Lying, because
at the end of the day, you know what I like.
You like it short.
I do.
But you know, I need you to put some serum, some Nature's ibuprofen up here, because you know
I can do that.
Your wife is like thinning just a tad bit more up there. Although I hide it very well.
You can get some of that stuff that hers. You put it up there. I'm seeing on a commercial where the lady was taking a shower when her hair was coming out, and then next thing she knew, which it looked like she had on a wig. But
oh, Jesus.
They said she had a head full of hair because she was
using hers.com and put it in. I need some hair loss.
I don't know.
Ointment or just something.
Google.
I think that's what it is.
Google hair loss for women.
They have the hers and then they have the him.
Yeah.
And you can, they offer different services though. Yeah. You see, I think they're just the provider, and then you connect with them and then they help you find what you need. But yeah, so I know you like it short, baby. I'm kind of just all over the place about what I want to do to it.
So I sent you something.
What you sent me?
We gonna talk about tonight.
Okay, you said it like I didn't know. Look at our thread.
And did I send it to you in text?
Text message.
I'm like, I'm tripping.
It's right after the raunchy message that you sent me.
Let's see. All right, so tonight we talking about something that, how can I say this?
It's very sensitive for us.
Yeah, so
I'm pregnant again.
But the devil is a liar, a whole liar. And I rebuke you now up under my feet. Destroy you, pull you up by the root.
You wouldn't love our love child.
Pull you up by the root and send you back to back to hell where the Lord has sent.
You wouldn't love our love child?
No.
If the Lord said that I'm supposed to get pregnant at 51, you would not love our love child? You wouldn't accept what the Lord allows? Okay, let's move on and talk about what we're talking about tonight. I thought you'd never leave me nor forsake me. But you said that's what the Lord said, not what you're saying. We are together until death parts us.
You right.
All right.
You right.
Come what may. Baby. Whatever.
Well, I pray over your uterus and your every night.
That what?
Is it sealed in Jesus' name? sealed
Come
to
on,
never.
boy, let's talk about what we gonna talk about.
To never reproduce a human again.
Listen.
But I pray for the blessings, the overflow, and the birthing of visions and creativity, but not in a human again. No.
You're crazy. Go ahead, baby.
I don't want it. So we're gonna talk about technology and marriage. Do they go hand in hand? Is it a safe place, sweet spot? What is it? So we want to talk about this a little bit because we notice when we go out and, we might be chilling somewhere, sitting down or eating dinner or whatever, that 90% of the people in the restaurant are on their phones. And I'm talking about it can be the husband and the wife, the husband, wife, and the kids, and it's literally no conversation at all going on.
We're guilty of it as well.
Yeah. So I'm in my defense. I believe you're more guilty than I am.
No, you are too, so sweetie.
Anyway, we gonna pass by that.
Okay, but, pass by it. Because what we gonna do is we gonna tell it the truth.
Whatever, man. So
you want me to set it up?
Set it up.
Okay, so guys, we're on Focus on the Family is the information that Johnny sent me off. And let me set you up for him to come on in so we can get on out. So how it's setting it up, it's saying, picture this. You're in a restaurant, right? And a couple is out to dinner, but both of their faces are literally heads down in their phones. No conversation happening. And so because both of them are paying more attention to what they're looking at on their phones. But now imagine the same couple out for dinner, and they said their faces have smiles on them. Their phones are silent and turned over, and they're looking into each other's eyes and, just kind of enjoying each other's company. It says, obviously, which one of the situations or scenarios above would you prefer, right? For me, it would be the phones down and gazing into each other's eyes and talking about our love for one another or how deeply we care for one another. It says, while it's easy to let out a sigh when, of course, you spot the couple that's distracted, not paying each other any attention, it's easy to overlook the potential for technology to help you connect as a couple as well. But I think what we're going to talk about is the distraction that it can be. You want to talk about that first? The distraction that it can be, because it's kind of playing on two sides of the coin. And so it's taking us back to that couple out at dinner. But what if they both were leaning over one of their smartphones, looking at photos that they may have taken throughout the day, or looking at a funny video on Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever that looks like. It says, what if they used it to look up something on Google to settle a petty dispute about whether tomato is a fruit or a vegetable, or whether they're messaging or FaceTiming their kids that are home with a sitter, or in our case, FaceTiming our grandbabies. So what it's ultimately setting up is, of course, the scenario of the couple paying attention to each other, gazing into each other's eyes, versus the couple that's obviously distracted by social media and not paying one another attention. You would go for the first one, the first scenario. But then it also kind of dives into that I guess it could be a part of your date night, but maybe you all sharing whatever experience that is together. Go. Apparently, I'm doing this show by myself tonight. Is that what we're doing?
So what I did was I went on Pew Research.
Pew, P-E-W?
P-E-W Research Center. And they did some research and collected some data. So the overall impact of technology on long-term relationships. It says 10% of internet users who are married or partnered say that the internet has had a major impact on their relationship. And 17% say that it had a minor impact.
Okay.
Fully 72% of the married, 72% of married or committed online adults say the internet has no real impact at all on their partnership. All right, so 74% of the adult internet users who report that internet had an impact on their marriage or partnership says the impact was positive. Still 20% say that the impact was mostly negative, and 4% said it was both good and bad. So moving into the next tier of it, it says tech as support. Lord Jesus, tech as a source of support and communication. So this is the part where it kind of seemed surreal. So, well, I ain't gonna say surreal because I think I have called. I have called my wife when she's been downstairs, and when I've been calling her name, and then she wouldn't answer, and then I would call her phone. But it says 25% of married adults who text have texted their partner when they were both home together. So I'm thinking this is a positive.
Okay.
Don't do that. I guess it's a positive
side to it.
Yeah, I guess that's a positive because they're using it to communicate with each other. 21% of cell owners or internet users in a committed relationship have felt closer to their spouse because of exchanges they have had online or via text messages. Now, I can say that can definitely be a positive because, you know, me and my wife do roses are red, violets are blue little things. And we send that over text messages. So I can see that as a way of communicating with your spouse in a positive way. 9% have resolved an argument with your partner online or by text message that they were having difficulty resolving
in person.
Yeah. Now, I don't see that because in the beginning of our marriage, when we used to try to talk, I don't think we had text messaging then. Are we that old?
So was it
they feel more comfortable texting?
No, whatever. I thought it was going back to they would Google to see over a dispute about if is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable. Like that, but are they did they specify like it's like real life relationship issues?
So
stuff?
it's literally can't have the conversation face to face, but I can tell you how I feel over a text message.
Oh, okay.
You was in the beginning.
I can understand that.
We didn't have text messages, but you used to write me letters.
Right. I can understand it in that instance.
Yeah.
Because I think they, at some point, they did have cell phones, but it was $5 million to have one. Because they were so new. You had to
pay for everything.
Right.
If you wanted to text, you had to pay for that. And I
remember Quinn had his phone in a bag. Yeah. That was the first one I remember. But, I mean, I guess it goes from the writing the letter to now, you know, of course, we have access to cell phones and laptops and all these things, iPads and stuff. And so, you know, that can be a way. But I also know that it seems like when we go out to a restaurant, there's more of the disconnected family or couple that is looking at their phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not sharing. It doesn't seem like they're sharing
most of the time,
interacting. It's just literally this. You know, the couple, the guy is looking at his phone. You know, the woman is looking at her phone. Ain't like they're having a whole conversation about what's on the phones. It's like they are preoccupied by what's on their phones. And sometimes if they have older children or whatever that looks like, they are literally doing the same thing.
Yeah, and most of the time
or the kids playing the iPad or a game or whatever.
They on Facebook looking at TikToks,
yeah,
whatever that is. But somehow technology has replaced face-to-face conversations.
Yeah,
and it's almost like it was like a secretly done. Like you don't even know you doing it.
Right.
That's how strong it is now. So you don't even know that you're doing it until someone says something.
Yeah.
So me and Deirdra are very verbal about how we feel and what we want. So sometimes I have to tell her, man, if you don't get off your phone, and she'd be like, okay. And I know most of her work is on her phone now because she's, that's her primary job now. But when the king come in, I need me to be your primary. All right now.
Or I tell you, babe, it's work, and you be like, okay. But you need the king to be the primary focus. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
What does that look?
Because I'm just thinking about the reception that I got when you came home today, and I was making them lima beans and mm-hmm. Y'all, I got all kind of rubs. Mm-hmm. All kind of rubs. Because he came in the door. Look at this one here. He came in the door. He said, baby, he smelled the beans. He was like, baby, what you cooking? And I said, why? He's talking about, because I was going to tell you that I think I wanted a hamburger. I said, oh, okay. He's talking about, it smells good in here. What you cooking? I said, I'll make you a hamburger. So he came up closer and saw. He's talking about, are these lima beans?
Lima beans is my favorite food, y'all.
I said,
one of my favorite foods.
Right.
And she know that. And her mama made me some a little while ago. And, her mama got a little rub, too. So.
Wait, what? What you say?
Get a rub with,
No. Right. Like, you better look at him crazy because he's about to have this microphone shoved down his throat. He gave my mama
I gave her a hug
for making it for
That's
him.
That's the feel. Jameson looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, like, what are you talking? Like, I don't know if I'm agree with that. No, sir.
Oh.
No.
That was priceless.
But
Jay looked at me like, Joker, what?
Right. I can't be with you on this one. He just, y'all, he was so excited.
But then listen, the rubs are different. I hugged the mama, rubbed the shoulder. She came in, pat, little rub. Anyway, so back to what we were talking about.
Right, because you were easily distracted.
You the one brought it up.
I think it was me.
So what we're going to do is give y'all a couple of tips on how to balance it.
Oh, me. Mm-hmm.
Technology should never take the place of genuine face-to-face conversation. Mm-hmm. And I'll say that with anybody. I know we in the techie world right now.
Yeah,
and,
very much so.
COVID kind of pushed it into steroids on it now because, we was having family meetings and having family conversations and, everything was over Zoom. We spending Thanksgiving over Zoom and Christmas over Zoom and all that stuff. So technology has really stepped in, but it can't be the primary source of communication.
Right.
Especially when it comes to your intermediate family. Like your wife, your husband, your children. Mm-hmm. What I say?
Intermediate. It's okay.
I'm struggling a little bit. It's all right.
It's okay. I got you. Right.
So we're going to talk a little bit about
just a few ways. Yeah, that you can actually how to balance it out, like Mo said.
If you at the restaurant and y'all sit down and there's no conversation until the waiter or the waitress comes up to ask you what you want to eat or what you want to drink, and then after that, there's no other conversation until the waiter come back to take your food order and all that, that's a problem. That's a problem. It should be, even if you ain't got nothing to say to your spouse, it should be some looking or gazing or something.
I'm gonna make sure I look for that the next time we go out.
Yeah. So
because no, I'm talking about between me and you. Be cognizant of it.
I don't be on my phone
between
when we
us.
be out.
Okay. Okay, so don't let your phone be a distraction when you're with
You
I beg to differ.
You trying to tussle?
No.
Don't kiss it. Don't kiss it.
No, I ain't trying to, because you done promised me some favors for them beans.
Whatever. You about to get them snatched.
No, you can't. No, well then you eating turkey and tuna for dinner then.
Come on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So it's saying the first tip that it gave, try to be as present as you can when you're with your spouse.
Yeah.
And don't let the phone be a distraction for you. There were some ways that we gave that it could actually enhance it. Like you said, we do FaceTime with our kids or grandkids to tell them good night. That's something that we do with them. Or maybe throughout the day at some point as well. But I would say if that's something that would be us doing that together. It says, but if you're not doing that or not looking at a funny something together video, because we've done that before, then when you go out to eat, be intentional about that time that you're spending together. Put the phones down, have the conversation with your spouse, put your phone on silent. I understand for those of you who have kids home with the babysitters, maybe one of y'all leave your phone with the ringer up some in case the sitter calls or something like that. But some people have even like taken it further from the restaurant to the actual bed. That's a no phone zone for them. And it also allows them to end their day with like real uninterrupted conversation for each one of them, and then a chance to connect. I know one of the things that we do, we don't have an enforced policy about no phone zone in bed, because one of the ways that I know both you and I kind of unwind is we play word games.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll play each other, whether it be Scrabble or word bingo or whatever that looks like. So we could very possibly be in the bed playing each other on that game or playing other people. But I know that's what Johnny likes to do as a downtime, and he does it while he eats every night. And I tend to maybe wait until after I eat to do mine. But I know even with that, I know that we have to balance that as well.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that.
So we're not perfect.
Right. We don't have it down pat, but we do. And there are times when but overall, I do have, my phone in my hand a lot. And sometimes it's not business related, but I don't get an attitude when he'll say to me, babe, we're supposed to be spending time together. And I'd be like, I apologize. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Or if it's something that's pressing that came through that needs to be attended to right then I'll say, if he says something, I say, well, babe, it was so and so and such and such about so and so and such and such. He'll be like, oh, okay. I'll be like, I'm almost done. Just had to respond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So number 2 would be, don't let the screen time diminish FaceTime. Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about iPhone FaceTime.
Right.
Don't let it, and I think I said that earlier. Mm-hmm. Don't allow the phone or social media or technology to take the place of real FaceTime, face-to-face conversations.
Right.
And you have to be cognitive of that.
Okay, look at you.
Go ahead.
All right. However, if you do look at your phone, make sure you go to www.momentswiththemobleys.com for all things Mobleys.
Nice.
On all social media, we're Moments with the Mobleys.
Nice.
But on X, formerly Twitter, we're Mobley Moments. Mm-hmm. Catch that. Okay, great. And then next is saying, give your spouse the benefit of the doubt. Now, sometimes a phone can be the main focal point of some mess that's going on in a marriage. The example that they gave was a wife woke up like at 2:00 in the morning, and the husband's cell phone was, had a glow on it. The light was on.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Right. But, then her mind went to racing, and, she thinking he up on his phone maybe talking to somebody or looking at something he's supposed to be doing, sneaking and peeking in the middle of the night. But she had a whole attitude and everything with it. But jumped up, looked. It even said she was It said she was livid, preparing to pounce on him, his phone, and his reputation as a wonderful, committed, godly husband. Says how you woke up and thought all of that. Well, I'm not gonna say that because I have too have had thoughts that who is this? Who is this man talking to? That was back in the day, clearly not now. But she got up from the pillow and only to look over to see that it was his low battery light that was, glowing from the phone. And so she jumped to conclusions, which obviously was wrong, a wrong conclusion, and probably was about to wake up and give him the whole business. The man wasn't even up.
Yeah.
The man was sleeping. It was his phone.
You know what? Now that you say that, I think our next session I'm gonna do. We're gonna talk about reframing the mind.
Okay.
With our next one.
Okay.
Number 4, and this is the last one. It says take an extra second and ask yourself, is it okay to text, post, or message? Mm-hmm. Now, this is a very simple technique, but I think it's very, very powerful because look at the situation you're in, look at what y'all doing, look at who you with, look at the timing, look at all that stuff before you just pick up your phone. Because most of the time we just pick up our phone and just start strolling or doing whatever.
And get caught up.
Yeah, but look at if you sit down to dinner, then pay attention to that. Look at what's going on, what's happening. If you're in the bed and y'all watching the movie, pay attention to that. You know, if y'all spending time together, you got date night or whatever, you got a time isolated or carved out in your day, in your week to actually spend time together, then pay attention to that. Mm-hmm. Is it a okay time for you to message, text, scroll, do whatever, browse the social media, whatever the case is? Sometimes it's not. And I'm going to tell you what's going to be weird about it, because technology has such a big role in our life that sometimes when you've been doing it for so long, when you don't do it, you find that you don't have a lot to say because you've been looking at technology, and that's kind of how you've been doing your time, spending your time. So even if you have to go online and find questions, interesting questions to talk to your spouse about or whatever the case is, then do that. And then share with your spouse, hey, I got some questions I want to ask. Let's just kind of chit chat over this. That's how you can do it. But it's amazing how when you're on your phone all the time doing stuff, that when you are challenged with putting it down, when you are challenged with putting your phone down or getting out of the habit of using the social media all the time, then what happens is, being that part is taken out, is almost like a person in your relationship that's been removed.
That's good.
And now you don't really know what to say because this has been a handicap because of what y'all been doing for so long. This is more with the millennials. Now, I'll say in our age group, I believe that is some, because we are tech savvy, because of what we do for a living and how we do stuff. So, but some people our age, they don't care for it. For whatever reason, they don't care for it. So they kind of stick with it. But the millennials, that's when I tell you they live on that thing, they be on it. They be on it. So it definitely has to be an intentional decision by both of y'all, husband and wife, to put this in motion, to do it.
Yeah.
To be focused on each other, to actually have real life conversations. And I ain't talking about the kids and talking about the bills and talking about all. I'm talking about having conversation about your relationship. What you think, how you think she looks, how you think he looks, how you think the relationship is going. What can we do better? How can how can we serve each other better? So that's the type of stuff you need to talk about. All right, so we're going to give y'all a couple of things about using technology well.
How it can help you.
How it can help you.
Yeah. As I was saying earlier, y'all can watch a show together. We do that often. We used to have a whole lineup, and then they kind of switched the times around on us. So, but normally we used to wind down with like $100,000 Pyramid, Family Feud. You know, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, Martin,
King of Queens. You know,
just 30-minute shows that kind of, you ain't got to get deep in. Yeah. And you got like 2-3 hours, because some of these shows, they get you caught up, and next thing you know, it's 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Another thing is photograph your day, especially if, I think it gave the scenario of, the one thing that this couple created was, at different points in the day, they would take photograph of maybe interesting things that they saw throughout the day, or may have done throughout the day, and then shared them with each other once they got home.
I like that because, it's according on what you do for a living. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you probably don't, probably walk around the neighborhood,
on a walk with baby.
Yeah, on a walk with baby, and you see something, a nice car, a beautiful yard, a rainbow, or whatever the case is. You could take a picture, and I'll take a picture of you and the baby, walking, and say, "Hey, babe, we taking a walk, thinking of you," something like that. As well as the man, if he's working on the way, drive to work, if he sees something very interesting or whatever the case is. Most men, if they work outside, they probably can do that. If not, based on what they do for a living, if they work in the office all the time, maybe not so much. But
I know you work in the office, so there are times when you'll share either when you get home or you'll send it immediately. You may be listening to your worship and you may hear something, that really speaks to your heart. You'll send it to me, or you'll share it when you get home. Or if you see something funny or a good read for me, then you'll send it. Or sometimes just wait until you get home. So there's ways to do that if you're not a person who works outside. Yeah.
Even a text, a small text message. And when I say small, because if you're a construction worker, you working with your hands all day, some point in time you want to take a break, especially in the heat. So during that time, if you just shoot a text, say, "Hey, babe, thinking about you. I really appreciate you and I love you." And then that'll be it.
See, this confirms it. We've been telling our couples.
Yeah.
Send the flirty text messages. Send the dirty text messages. Send the, you got to be kind of careful with them pictures because, it could get
technology.
It could get somewhere else, right?
When they say get on the web, the World Wide Web is out there
forever, ever. And so, if Jameson decided he trying to send Allison, pictures of him, just, on his lunch break, doing craziness,
and you mess around and you put, you got your wife name in there, but then your auntie name in there close to it, and you just looking and you be done sending the wrong thing.
You be done sending the wrong person. Thing. I'm guilty of it. Thank God it wasn't nothing. It wasn't a picture. It was a text message. Thank God it wasn't nothing crazy, because I sent it to all the girls. It was supposed to be sending it to you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So the next one is keep in touch when separated by distance.
Yeah.
So anytime a husband or wife has to travel for their job, make sure you intentionally make phone calls, throughout the trip.
FaceTime.
When you FaceTime, when you're working, once you get off, get to the hotel or whatever, take a shower. We've actually suggested that, a lot of people say they can't eat dinner together. Well, you can actually do that on social media. So you can get you something to eat, and the wife and the kids can be sitting down at the
technology,
table.
Not social media, but
technology.
Yeah.
You can sit down at the table. You can sit down in your room, and then y'all can just video look at each other, video chat while y'all eating dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a very unique way to use technology.
Absolutely.
Especially making sure you stay tied with your family.
Yeah. And at the end, they're giving, they've said that, of course, technology can impact your marriage positively, but also negatively, and pay attention to those things. And we also encourage you to talk to your spouse to see what way that's working for you, or maybe trying to work against you, so y'all can tweak whatever y'all need to. And if use the part of it that you're interacting together, and that can bring you closer together, versus weaning out the parts of it that may separate you more. And of course, you want to lean into what's helping you technology wise, what's helping you become more intimate, whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah.
So we really, really highly suggest that.
So I know we've talked about in one of our episodes about gates, and then it was, physically being there as a gate, husbands being in place, regardless of what it was. It's like leaving a gate open. So now the social media, the technology are literally, technology gates. So you can literally be on TikTok, and you strolling, looking at different TikTok things, and then bam, some chick with a big booty, half naked, and you look at that, and then because the way technology works, once you start looking at it, then it thinks you like that, so it starts sending you more of that stuff, and then somebody might reach out to you, and then you and the wife are not having a good time. It's just a lot of different tactics that can have you fall off real quick, because you can reach out to somebody and then link up with somebody, and then next thing you know, you're looking for your drawers through technology. And same thing for the women. Yeah, I used to have a 6-pack at one time. I got a 3-pack on good days, and a no pack on other days. That's what I got.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, some other jokers might got some 6-packs and all that, but don't be tempted by that. Temptation is way different than it was back when we were. Temptation, you actually had to see the temptation live and in living color. Now, temptation, all you got to do is Google what you want to see, and it just come up. I'm talking about, it's crazy. It's crazy. So be careful with the gates of technology, because it can definitely wreak havoc on your relationship and your marriage.
Absolutely.
So that's all we got. We just wanted to get in
and come on
and get out. So we pray that this helps y'all a little bit, especially our millennial supporters. Hopefully
earlier married.
Yeah.
Like
just pay attention
tenderly
to
married people
and we're not frowning on
tenderly married.
Yeah, we're not frowning on technology, because we think technology is great. If it wasn't for technology, y'all wouldn't be able to be seeing us right now doing this. So
hey y'all, hey patrons, hey mob stars. Rude Deidra, I apologize. Go ahead.
We love technology, but we use it in its positive way to benefit us. So it's helpful to us. It gives us a reach that we wouldn't have just being here in our location. So we can reach millions of y'all out there all over the world through technology. So we're not against it, but like with everything, there are
boundaries, limits.
They're traps.
Yeah. And while y'all are using your technology, head on over to YouTube, please, and let's go ahead and solidify this relationship and stop, kind of dating a little bit.
They ain't dating. They're doing one night stands. Stop one night standing us.
Go to YouTube.
Some of y'all 5 night standing us. Some of y'all been 1 year standing us.
Go to Moments with the Mobleys on YouTube and subscribe to our page for us. Yeah. We appreciate y'all so much. We really do. All the likes, all the comments, all the the views. We are really appreciating that. So we really, really thank y'all. Share it with your family, friends, and foes. Everybody. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely. That's it?
That's it for this right here.
All right.
We got more to talk about.
Well, that'll be fine. Thank y'all for tuning in. This has been Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnny Mobley Jr.
Hey, I'm his wife, Deirdra.
And we still something like an ordinary couple.
With extraordinary purpose.
Peace out, y'all.
Johnny.
Yes.
I love you.